something that I have been moving through lately is learning when to pull back your energy from a situation. Often we have tendencies to overgive parts of ourselves even though we're not receiving it in return. And this overextension, it drains your energy, especially if it's coming from a place of trying to get somebody's attention or trying to make it seem like you're valuable or that you're worthwhile or worth giving back to. And I've been guilty of this so many times when I've given from myself to somebody else and it hasn't been reciprocated, and then I become bitter about it. And I think we all have, because it's lovely when there's this ebb and flow, like a give and take between two people in a relationship. And it doesn't make it wrong that it doesn't come back to you, but what this video is about is it's learning when it's not going to come back to you. Learning when, oh, maybe I need to be putting my energy into other areas of my life. And often it's not another relationship. Often if we find that we are overextending ourselves to people, it's because we need to give that energy back to ourselves, and we need to pull back a little bit to be able to give from a place of wholeness rather than from a place of need. And a lot of the time that we give from this place of need and not from a genuine place of overflow, energetically it may not come back to you, not because you're not worthy, not because the other person necessarily doesn't want to give back to you, but because energetically there is a misalignment in that ebb and flow that you're looking for. And that's something that I have had to come to terms with, is that just because I didn't receive back in that relationship the way that I had expected or hoped for, does not mean that there wasn't love there. It doesn't mean that it wasn't a good relationship. It doesn't mean that I'm not worthy or that I can expect to have that sort of situation play out in the future. It just means that potentially I was giving from a place of need instead of from a place of overflow. And if that's not the case, then watching somebody's actions and how they show up is more indicative of what their intentions are, because a lot of people offer a lot of lip service about what they mean, and we can take that to heart and start to base our opinion and our perspective on what they say rather than on what they do. And eventually you have to assess the situation and be like, okay, it's consistently like this, even though they say something otherwise. It's better off to base your decisions about relationships based off actions rather than words. And that's especially true for relationships that are feeling toxic to you or feeling really unsettled. If they're offering a lot of words but not backing it up with actions, that's your indicator, because action is the grounding principle in this reality. And if you're not putting into action what you say that you believe or what you say that you mean, then it hasn't really eventuated in physical reality. It's still a concept for that person. So I hope this helps you realize that you don't have to give so much of your energy to get back. Like, you just have to give enough of your energy to yourself and know that, have that intuitive feeling about whether you are, and check your intentions. Check your intentions about, why am I giving this part of myself to this person, and really be discerning with your time and who you give your time and energy to, because your energy is your power. Your focus is your power, because whatever you give your focus to, that's where your energy is flowing. And so choosing wisely who you flow your energy to will make the biggest difference in your energy levels and your joy, and also clearing space for people that will be able to match your energy and will be able to have that ebb and flow with you, and taking pause in between letting go of a relationship and allowing something to come back into your life. Taking a pause in between that and really sort of learning the lesson and taking what you learned from the experience, and not victimizing yourself because it didn't turn out the way that you had hoped, and not making meanings and definitions about what happened, about your worth and your value, because it's law of attraction, it's not law of assertion. And whether you like it or not, you attracted that situation, and you don't have to stay in the situation, but you attracted it. And so you need to sort of figure out what your part in that was, and how you want to move forward, and the changes that you want to make, and the things that you want to become aware of in